I want to ask you something, and I want you to be honest with yourself. When was the last time you really felt momentum in your business? Not just a good week, not just one deal closing, but that feeling where everything is just clicking. Leads are coming in, referrals are flowing, the phone is ringing, and you feel like you genuinely cannot be stopped. Can you remember that feeling? Because some of you have not felt that feeling in months, and some of you have not felt it in years. And here's what I want you to know. That is not because momentum is not available to you. It is because nobody ever explained how momentum actually works. Today, I'm going to change that, because once you understand the 4 stages of momentum, you will never look at a slow period in your business the same way again. So let's get into it. Before I walk you through the 4 stages, I want to address something that holds a lot of agents back: the comparison trap. In some real estate circles, there's this unwritten rule that selling 100 homes a year is like the benchmark or something. The gold standard. The thing that you were supposed to be working towards. And I want to challenge that right now. At the end of the day, success is subjective. What does success actually mean to you? Not to your broker, not to the top agent in your office, not to whoever is posting their numbers on Instagram, making them look so cool and famous, but to you. Because an agent who sells 20 homes a year and is completely financially free, spending time with their family and loving every day of their work is more successful than an agent selling 100 homes a year who is stressed, burned out, and miserable. So before we talk about momentum, I want you to get clear, super clear, on what you are actually building momentum towards. What is your goal? What does your version of success actually look like? Because that clarity is where everything starts. Okay, let's talk about momentum, and specifically the 4 stages that every single agent goes through on the way to building a real business. Stage 1 is formulation. This is where you decide what you are going to do. You are putting together your plan, your 90-day action plan, your goals, your strategy. This is actually the exciting part. You are motivated, you are energized, you are enthralled in the possibility of what is going to happen. Formulation, it feels good. Stage 2 is concentration, and this is where things get real. Concentration is actually doing the plan, and I'm talking about every single day with intensity. And here's what nobody tells you about the concentration phase. It is uncomfortable, because in the concentration phase, you do not always get a reward. You work and work and work, and nothing happens. You follow up, and nobody calls back. You prospect every single day, and the deals are not coming. And internally and externally, everyone around you starts questioning whether you are on the right path. Other agents in your office say, "Why are you wasting your time with that?" And your own mind starts saying, "Why am I doing this? Is this even working?" This is the phase where most agents quit. And here's the tragedy. They quit right before everything was about to change. Stage 3 is momentum. And this is where the business starts to take care of itself. Leads start coming in, even when you're not actively working. Referrals start flowing. Things feel easier. Not because the work got easier, but because you built enough of a foundation that the business has its own energy now. And stage 4, guys, is breakthrough. Yes, this is where you arrive, where the results exceed your expectations, where the business is operating at a level you once only dreamed about. Formulation, concentration, momentum, and breakthrough. 4 stages, and you cannot skip any of them. Let me give you an analogy that I think will make this crystal clear. I want you to picture an airplane, and I want you to picture yourself as the pilot. Formulation is loading the plane, deciding where you are flying, checking all the systems, getting everything ready for takeoff. Concentration is the runway. Full throttle. The engines are screaming. The plane is shaking. It is loud. It is intense. It is uncomfortable. And for a moment, it feels like nothing is happening. You are just burning fuel and going fast and wondering if you are ever going to lift off. But then you do. You lift off, and that is momentum. You are in the air now. You can throttle back slightly. The noise quiets down. The ride smooths out. You are cruising, and breakthrough is reaching your destination. Cruising altitude, the work is still happening, but it feels completely different from the runway. Now here is where I see agents making the biggest mistakes. They are on the runway, full throttle, things are intense, and they decide that flying is too hard today. So they pull back the throttle and the plane loses speed and they never take off. And then they have to go back to the beginning and start the runway all over again. Full throttle, back and forth, up, down, on and off the runway, never actually lifting off. That is what inconsistency does to a real estate career. The runway is concentration. You have to keep the throttle down consistently until you lift off, because the momentum you pull back, you are starting over, and nobody wants that. So why do agents quit in the concentration phase? I have thought about this one a lot, and I think it comes down to a few things. First, there is no immediate reward. You are doing the work, but the results are not visible yet. And in a world where everything is instant, delayed gratification is incredibly hard to sit with. Secondly, there is external pressure. Other agents question you, your family questions you, and your own mind starts to doubt you. Third, you compare yourself to agents who are already in the momentum phase. You see their results and you wonder why your results do not look like that. But what you are not seeing, guys, is the runway they already survived. The months of concentration, the days where nothing worked, the moments where they almost quit too. Here's what I want you to remember. Burnout during concentration is not a sign that something is wrong. It is a sign that something is working. Think about it like going to the gym. The first time you work out, your muscles are sore, not because you're failing, but because you are building strength. You are creating new pathways. You're becoming capable of more than you were before. Do not quit because you are sore. That soreness is momentum being born. So, how do you stay in concentration when everything in you wants to pull back the throttle? And here's what I've learned, guys. Number one, know your why. Not a surface level why, a deep why. If your goal is to sell 100 homes a year and someone asks you why, the answer cannot just be money. What is the money for? Financial freedom, investment properties, time with your family, retiring early. The deeper why. The stronger you resolve when concentration gets hard, the deeper your why, the stronger your resolve when concentration gets hard. Number two, embrace the boredom. Real estate superstars embrace the repetition of dollar productive activities. They do not let occasional boredom deter them. They understand that repetitious boredom pays off, but only when you reach momentum. So do the things you do not want to do when you do not want to do them at the highest level consistently. That commitment leads to a life that most people are simply not willing to work for, but that's not you. Number three, communicate with the people around you. Let your family know that you're in a season of intensity, that you're on the runway right now, that things are going to feel uncomfortable for a period of time, but that you are building something. And that breakthrough is coming, because when the people closest to you understand what you are doing and why, the external pressure becomes external support. So let me tie it all up together. Momentum has 4 stages: formulation, concentration, momentum, and breakthrough. You cannot skip the stages. You cannot shortcut the runway. You have to keep the throttle down consistently until you lift off. And when concentration feels hard, when nothing seems to be working, when everyone around you is questioning your path, remember this. That is not a sign to quit. That is a sign that you are exactly where you need to be. The breakthrough is getting closer than you think. Keep going. In part 2 of this series, we are going to talk about the specific daily systems, the lead generation strategies, and the minimum standards that real estate rock stars use to stay in momentum once they find it. You do not want to miss the next one. I am Josh Reef. Subscribe and turn on notifications, because I drop new content every single week to help you build your real estate career the right way. I'll see you on the next one.